Alright guys, welcome back to another episode of Figure4Arcade. Think we're gonna cover Raw, Smackdown, 29th, 30th.
29th and 30th, yep.
And then some stuff. Some
video game stuff.
Video game stuff, rumors, stuff.
Yep, sounds good.
Alright, let's get going.
Alright. So, what'd you think of this week's Raw?
I've been on Twitter after that episode, and a lot of people are just saying that it's actually a pretty good Raw. I agree with that a little bit. Only because there was still a lot of stuff that was kind of like still. Like, you can tell Vince still got
still had his
way.
influence.
Yeah. I don't know. It was a weird Raw, but it was like some stuff was going in the right direction, especially at the end of Raw. End of Raw kind of took me by surprise.
It did. It took me by surprise too.
I was a bit confused.
Was so good.
I was a bit confused as to the whole thing, which is good.
Yeah.
Which is good, because I just, like, when they tell you outright what's going on, then it just becomes like, okay, then this is going to happen, that's going to happen. When there's a little bit of air of mystery to it, then you're just like, okay, we might be in for something. This is
something different.
I think that had Paul Heyman written all over it.
Oh, at the end?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
That had
absolutely.
Heyman.
I will say this, though, that this show was way better than the reunion.
Everything is better than the reunion. Freaking Crown Jewel is better than the reunion.
Crown Jewel?
What is that? Super
Showdown
was better than Raw reunion.
Yeah.
I didn't.
Raw 25.
Actually, I didn't see Smackville.
I didn't see Smackville either. From what I heard, I read some news about it. They only had 3 matches.
Really?
It was an hour show. They only had 3 matches.
And okay, that makes sense.
And you knew for a fact that they were going to change the title. Because it was the last match, the main event. It was Dolph Ziggler, Samoa Joe, and Kofi Kingston for the WWE Championship.
Oh, they weren't never gonna.
No, absolutely not.
I don't. I have to reread what I read about Smackville. I read somewhere. I'm not sure. I have to look back again. But I don't really. Smackville was really necessary.
I think they want to do matches like that, or like pay-per-views like that, just in case AEW goes, hey, we're going to have a pay-per-view this month.
Oh, so they're just throwing out. Okay, that's what
just
I read.
Just so they could counter-program AEW.
That's what I read. But it's kind of too early for that, because they don't.
It's just all about preparation. All about preparation.
Well, I don't know, because from what I've seen of Smackville, it's not. It wasn't.
It wasn't good.
It wasn't. I'm not gonna say it wasn't good, because from what I've read, the matches were actually pretty decent. From what I've seen, I'm like, these are pretty decent matches. But it just it holds nothing. It doesn't hold up to anything. It's just because the fact that it's just like a counterattack towards AEW is just kind of like.
That's all that Smackville was.
It's just like there's. So I'm like, is this like a declaration of war? Are you guys clapping back? Like,
I don't know.
I just honestly think it's a waste of an hour.
Yeah, or money.
Yeah, because when AEW does something like that, it's actually a show.
Yeah.
Not an hour long full of just 3 matches. I'll bet 3 matches that are pretty decent. But yeah,
that's true.
So I may have to watch Smackville though to get a better
grasp of it.
Yeah,
absolutely. I agree.
But let's start with Raw.
Let's start with Raw.
They actually had a championship match at the start, although it was a 24/7 championship match.
Yeah. Let me say this: I am happy that they started with a match instead of promo.
With the promo, oh yeah,
It was different.
I think that was Heyman.
That was beautiful. That was really, really good.
I think that has Heyman written over it too.
Yeah.
Opening a match.
Oh yeah.
Opening the show with a match.
Mm-hmm.
So, it was nice. I wish it went on a little longer because I know.
Yeah, it was. He won by I think it's called like a flapjack, where he picks him up. He's gonna do like a suplex, and then he just throws him on his face. That's not even R-Truth's finisher.
No.
And he got the 1, 2, 3.
Cause so it was like a lumberjack match.
Yeah.
Kind of.
All the mid card was there, like because they want the 24/7 title, and it was off limits. So this match had to go through. The match. At the end of the match, whoever won, then that started the 24/7 championship
thing again.
Yep. Rules.
It was entertaining in a way. For the 24/7 championship anyway.
Mm-hmm. It's the first actual match.
The first actual match. So R-Truth pins Drake.
Mm-hmm.
It was actually a mixed tag team.
It was.
It was a
which
tag
again
team.
Was really weird.
So I know his wife wrestled in the Mae Young Classic. Drake's wife.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Wish they did more with that.
Yeah.
Not just
with her.
With her. Not where Carmella grabbed her by the hair, just start yanking her around. I'm like, I hate seeing that in women's wrestling.
Mm-hmm. Come on, do something else. It's the evolution now. Come on.
So they say. Then I guess after the match, the whole 24/7 championship thing happens. Everybody jumps in the ring. They all pile up on R-Truth, and then the ref starts counting. I'm like, oh, somebody won. I'm like, I didn't know somebody was pinning. And then Mike Kanellis comes out from under it and just runs backstage all the way. Like I thought they were gonna cut it off right there, but they actually made a whole segment out of it.
Yeah, they did.
Out of the whole match. So it was kind of like a promo and a match, kind of all in. So technically, it was still kind of a promo if you look at it.
Mm-hmm. But it was after a match.
Yeah, it was after.
And that's the beauty of it.
No, but I'm saying like technically the whole match was a promo.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah,
I get what you're saying.
Like technically the whole match was a promo.
Yeah.
But Mike Kanellis runs looking for a hiding spot. I don't know if you call looking at people hiding spots. Whatever the hell he was doing. Then he hides in somebody's dressing an official's dressing room, something crazy like that. And then Maria comes out of nowhere and just shoos everybody away. You using her pregnancy. I'm pregnant. Move away.
Yeah, it was funny. Bangs on the door.
Bangs on the door a couple times, yells at him, and he's just like, Mike is just like, who is it? And she's like, it's your wife, Maria. Oh yeah? Tell me something that she would say.
Yeah, tell me something that only she would know.
And that's what she says. She's like, if you don't open this door, I'll kick you in the vagina. That was crazy.
It's raw. It's on USA. It's PG. And they
side note. No, they said vagina.
Well, on the little box on the top left it says PG. And they said vagina.
Oh my god. They're moving away from that.
Oh, thank God.
What from what?
They're moving away from the PG era.
Oh, okay. I thought you said thank God to the when I said they're moving away from that. I thought you were addressing the vagina thing. I'm like, what are you talking about?
No, absolutely not.
But man, But side note, where were they? For the show? It was like like Little Rock or something. Not Little Rock.
I'm not sure where they were.
It was just somewhere in. The crowd was kind of dead.
A little dead, and they didn't support baby faces.
No,
which surprised me. But we'll get into that because that's at the end, close to the end.
I don't know, WWE crowds. I don't like it. Like, it's like you don't get the right reactions. There's not enough pop. Like when you expect pops to go off, they don't happen. It's just, I'm like,
well, see, they've been trained for so long on WWE being one way. So when they see something new, they don't know if they don't know if they can cheer for it or wait for something that they've been trained to know.
I don't know, but when you see your favorite wrestler or something, you'd be like, yeah, but nobody really.
Yeah, and look at the signs too. Not a lot of people have signs anymore.
No, they don't.
No,
but that's what I wanted to say. So when that part happened, the crowd reaction to it was kind of like mixed.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know. I don't know, bro. But the crowd reaction was left a lot to be desired.
Yeah,
out of the show.
That's true. So then he opens up the door. Maria comes in, and it cuts from there. And then we have a gauntlet match. What'd you think of the gauntlet match?
I was really hoping Andrade won.
Really?
Yeah.
I wanted Cesaro to win.
I want Cesaro to be in the main title picture.
I agree with that, but I don't think... Has he held the U.S. Championship?
I don't think so. I don't think he's won a championship yet in WWE.
I know he's tag.
No,
I don't know. I know he was a tag champ. I don't know if he was U.S.
I don't think he was ever U.S. champion or Intercontinental.
Yeah, Cesaro needs it. So now Cesaro needs the win.
So like he needs to push. So I don't know what's going on there. I don't know what they're doing with Cesaro. Either he's happy with his current situation. He's probably just, I'm good with just wrestling.
Yes,
which isn't a bad trait. It's not a bad trait.
He lost some weight and he's gained a lot of muscle.
Yeah, he's been doing a lot of work.
You can tell.
I hope they give him a push. I hope Paul Heyman kind of puts him in the forefront for a title picture in the future. I'm really tired of seeing
the same people.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, and then tired of seeing. We'll get to Finn Balor later. But yeah, I want to see some different people.
Yeah. So the match was for to see who's going to face AJ at SummerSlam. It started off with Rey Mysterio and Cesaro, which was good.
It was really good. Surprisingly for Rey, he just came out of surgery too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Recently, not just, but recently has come out of surgery. Whatever, I don't know. Every time Rey comes back, it's like they have a goal of what they want to do, and then something happens, and then completely drop him for something completely stupid. But this wasn't stupid.
No, this was good.
This was actually good for Rey. Because he stayed. I think he won that match.
He won that match.
He won by pinfall, and then he went up against Sami Zayn.
Yep.
Which was
Sami Zayn and Rey's match. I think it went like 13 seconds.
Yeah, freaking. It's because of. I'm pretty sure what's going on with Sami Zayn right now is because of what. Because of name dropping AEW.
Oh yeah. Yeah, most likely he's gonna get buried.
I think that's what everybody's thinking, that he's kind of getting buried slowly, kind of like not to the levels of Dean Ambrose buried, where like where they're like, "Oh, you're not getting buried. You're not getting buried."
Yeah. And then he gets paid $500 for his last match. That's terrible. That's what you do with squash people. Squash matches.
That's pettiness. That's pettiness. That's
from the company.
That's pettiness on Vince.
Yeah.
It's sad when a company that has like worldwide fame and notoriety is very petty about stuff like that. I'm just like, I know it's a business, but you don't have to treat your employees, people who give you that money, like trash like that.
Absolutely. You're right.
So it's sad. But poor Sami Zayn, man. Yeah. He's not getting.
No.
So then Ray versus Andrade was so good.
They do phenomenal matches.
And
I would love to see this rivalry again.
So.
And then at the end, so Andrade won with the hook arm DDT, and
pin.
After he rips off Ray's mask, like rips it off, and Ray has to cover his face because he doesn't want to show his face.
Yeah, I mean everybody has seen Ray's face by now. Everybody knows what Ray looks like without the mask. But
it's just it's like a what's the word? It's just his thing. It's what he's known for,
Yeah, so
it was just very disrespectful on Andrade's part, but it
I mean, really even though Andrade used to wear a mask before.
But it really furthered their feud.
Yeah, so I hope they keep for like a singles feud that has no championship or nothing tied to it. Oh, it's raining.
It's raining.
It's raining. I was wondering what that was.
It's iced tea, by the way, not bourbon or anything like that. Just so you know.
Why are you gonna tell me that?
It's bourbon.
But I lost my train of thought.
Andrade rips up the mask.
No,
singles feud.
Yeah, singles feud haven't been very interesting story wise for like. They haven't had good storytelling for these kinds of feuds recently. And
look at what they did to Braun this Monday.
This was after Maria won, and she's cutting a promo in the backstage. But that was later. that was after the
after the gauntlet match.
After the gauntlet match, but Andrade won, beat Ray, then faced off Ricochet. When it comes to those two guys, I'm a little bit conflicted because I love Ricochet. Ricochet is great. Andrade is just he's pure wrestling. This man is pure lucha, and
he's very, very good.
He's just very good, and I really enjoy it.
Zelina Vega is phenomenal on the mic.
That she is. That's why I'm glad they paired them together. Having her as his mouthpiece.
Yeah.
I know Andrade gives good promos. Because he wouldn't be here if he wasn't able to do that too.
Well, he's probably getting some really good coaching since he's dating Charlotte Flair.
Okay. Okay. But Ricochet won that one. Pinfall he hit him with a 360 splash and just pinned him for the 3 count. And that was all she wrote.
He is miraculous. Ricochet is phenomenal.
He is great.
He is.
And I love him. It's nice to see some good new faces running for the mid-card titles.
He lives in Florida.
Yep.
Yeah. You know who lives in Groveland? Like Groveland, like 10, 15 minutes from here.
Where? Who?
Sean Spears.
Oh, really?
You thinking what I'm thinking?
No, I don't want to do that.
Moving on.
I don't want to do that.
Moving on. A Moment of Bliss with Nikki Cross.
They didn't care for it.
No.
It was just a lot of exposition we don't need.
A lot of no. It was useless.
What wasn't? They were just talking about Nat or whatever.
Yeah, they were talking about Nat because at the beginning of the show, Fit Finley was training Nat on how to get out of the disarmor, and they showed a video of that, and Becky Lynch runs into the ring, kicks Fit Finley in the nuts, puts the disarmor on Natalia, and then Natalia starts tapping out.
That's interesting now, because they haven't done this in a while.
No,
not that I've seen where they would film things prior, whatever. They haven't done that in a long while. Not that I've seen.
But it brings a, like, I keep using the word, but it brings a sense of freshness. Like, because we haven't seen it in so long, it's like,
because
crap.
Everything was live that same day kind of deal thing. There was nothing pre-recorded. If it was pre-recorded, it was a pre-recorded promo, and that was it.
But not a whole segment like this.
Not a whole segment, yeah. No. So it's nice to see things like, involved in their characters' daily lives and stuff like that. It's nice, but I'm still having a hard time believing Nat. I'm having a hard time believing that this is
she's a very good tactician. She's very good in the ring.
Technician.
Tactician. Wouldn't that be isn't that another word?
Would you consider Natalia to be tactful?
Tactical?
Tactful. Not tactical. Tactical.
I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about.
How do you know what I'm talking about? I thought you were saying technical. I'm like, yes, she's technical.
Yeah.
She's a good technical wrestler.
What's a tactician?
Tactician.
Yeah.
Tactics.
Tactics. Okay. Then no. No, okay. She's not good at that. She's good technically.
She's a good technical wrestler. That's what I'm getting at.
Yes.
I don't know where you got tactician
You and I are on the same page.
I don't know where you got tactician from.
Promo sucks.
She's just not good at cutting promos.
She's not good.
She's not a very believable promo giver, I guess is the word.
No.
I have a hard time believing anything she says, and I'm just like, she sounds very, very soft. Yeah. And that's why I like her better as a heel than a face, than a baby face.
I mean, she had a terrible promo. She had a terrible promo later in the night.
Another one?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember. Where she comes out. Yeah, that was that was a whole match.
It wasn't even English.
I
don't know.
I mean, I understand what she said, but her promos aren't believable.
No.
At all. Then I guess Becky, like, after all this, Becky challenged her to
That's true. She came on the Titantron.
She did. She challenged her to a fight for that same night, I think, wasn't it? Yeah, it was for that same night. And that was that. Who came out? The Usos came out after the whole segment, because it was awkwardly quiet after the whole segment ended. Yeah. After the whole Moment of Bliss thing ended, I'm just like, why is everybody so quiet?
Yeah.
This is what this falls back onto the WWE crowd being so dead.
Yeah.
And it's just like that's also a factor And two, I don't really think this was a really good episode of Raw. There was really no pop.
True, but it was probably the people. I mean, the show was good. Like, watching it at home, I thought it was really, really good. But, again, it would have been better if they would have cheered or booed.
Or just something. Or some kind of reaction.
I agree.
A reaction, not just... Not even that. They don't even do that. They're just like... That's all they do. All they did.
Wrestling in China.
So, hey, that's not a problem because that's actually a sign of not in China. China?
Yeah. No, Japan. My bad.
That's a sign of respect.
Mm-hmm.
That means, like, if there's something like from what I've been told and understand that when the fans are quiet like that, it's because they're watching. They're intently watching. These people are actually watching. They're not doing something else. They're not,
mm-hmm.
They're not being prudes in the middle of a match. So like if something big does happen or something like when they ramp up the match, like the crowd starts getting more and more into it and stuff like that. But like the silence in Japan isn't equivalent to the silence that we get
mm-hmm.
here in WWE crowds.
That's true. That's a good point.
During
this match, the Usos, Revival, and the OC, we did get a chant of "This is awesome."
Oh yeah, it was pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
It was really good. It was Usos, Revival, and
the OC.
And the OC.
Mm-hmm.
In what's it called? They don't use it anymore. It's like a tag team tornado. they don't use the term anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Like tag team tornadoes and crazy stuff like that.
Yeah.
So the
tag team tornado.
Yeah, basically match. Where like it was just two guys in the ring. The other four guys are on the apron. So pretty much, think a good 10-15 minutes of the match, the OC didn't see action.
Mm-hmm.
No, not 15. I'd say at least 5 minutes of the match.
Yeah, they were just chilling.
They was chilling. They were chilling. But the back and forth between the Revival and Usos were pretty good.
Yeah, here's my thing, because again, WWE have trained the people who watch their product. Most titles don't change on Raw or SmackDown. So when I watched this, I was like,
I was surprised.
So what? The Revival is going to retain, whatever. It's going to be a good match.
No,
the Revival are going to retain, and then, whoever did a good job will get a match at SummerSlam, and then, they'll lose the championships there.
Who the Revival?
Yeah, that's what I thought. I was sorely wrong.
The Revival got the tag titles at a very bad time, because nobody really, like, after they lost wind when they first debuted, not when they first debuted, but it was like a couple months after they debuted, and I think was it Dawson that got injured?
Yeah, I think so.
It was Dawson that got injured, and they were out for like a good long while.
Mm-hmm.
So them. Crap, my phone died.
So the OC won. So now they can touch their championship tips.
I was surprised at the OC one. I'm like,
I was so surprised.
It was the only thing up until this point that got me like ooh.
Yeah.
Kind of like, perked me up, like got me away from doing what I was doing at the time I was watching. So I was like, oh, okay, I'm gonna keep watching. But the OC one, and I should have seen this coming. It was like a setup for a match between the New Day, because they all
yeah,
they're all champions now.
That's true. New Day versus the OC.
Mm-hmm. So, and it's gonna. I hope it's good, because I hope it leads to something.
I hope so.
So we'll see what happens then.
Yeah.
But the OC won, so I'm happy for that. It would be better if AJ was Universal Champion instead.
Yes, it would be way better. It would be way better.
So,
but I don't know what's going on with Seth Rollins. He might be injured. We'll see.
Is that like
Is that like a thing?
Yeah, is that an actual thing?
I don't know. I know he was taken to a hospital, and then WWE wanted to comment on his health, and he told WWE no. I don't want you to comment about my health. So they didn't. So we'll see.
Was that like actual internal stuff? So something did happen to him.
Probably, yeah. I think it was his wrist.
This is what happens when you do promos or feud with Brock Lesnar.
Somebody gonna get hurt.
I'm like, what does... I don't care for Brock Lesnar. Not anymore. I don't care.
Seconded. When he fought John Cena, when he first came back, that was phenomenal. Afterwards, don't care. He's just a mercenary that they put the title on when they were like, okay, we need to bring up two new people.
No, it's not even that. It's just for ratings. He's there for ratings, and I don't think it's working.
No, it's definitely.
It just makes
working.
you want to turn off the TV every time I see him.
You can tell it's not working.
So after the tag team championship match, reunion recap nobody cared about. SmackDown recap. I barely remember what happened to SmackDown last week. And then what happened after? It was Viking Raiders against...
Viking Raiders versus like these two people, like local talents. Who cares? Who really cares? I think Viking Raiders won.
Was there even anything after that? Because I just know I didn't really pay attention. There wasn't like another tag team or whatever they came or something.
Nope.
Nothing. It was just them winning.
Nope. Them winning against just some local talent.
I actually missed this backstage promo. The Street Profits and Seth Rollins.
So one part of the Street Profits messed up his lines, which was surprising to me. It wasn't the skinny guy.
It was the big guy. It was the I keep forgetting his name. I keep forgetting their names. Forgive me.
Yeah, I don't remember their names either. But so he was like, so the next tonight, one of the Street Profits was like, tonight I'm excited to see Seth frickin' Rollins, the Beast Slayer, the King Slayer. And then he goes, and I know Seth Rollins is gonna burn it. And then Seth Rollins goes, whoa, 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 whoa. That's my line. And then he has a promo, and then at the end of it, he goes, and tonight and all three of them go, gonna burn it down. And then Seth Rollins leaves. But evidently, it's fine because the other two people still said it. The Street Profits still said it. So that's what I don't understand. That's what I don't understand. If it's a problem, then why say it? Okay.
No, I think it was just for the promo. That sounds like it was pretty fun. Then after that, it was the Man versus Alexa. It was as far as women's matches goes, it wasn't the best, but it was pretty entertaining a little bit.
Yeah.
And
I really thought Alexa got injured.
I didn't.
Well, she took one hit. I think she had like a Becky gave her a suplex, and she actually like instinctually grabbed her ankle, right? So I think she hurt it slightly, maybe like a twist ankle, but not like she played it out to be. Because then Becky gave Alexa the Bexploder, and then she was like, "Ah, my ankle!" And then she started crying.
Yeah, no, that was an angle.
So I think that was an angle, but I do think that she might have tweaked it a bit, like maybe rolled her ankle.
Because she popped up just fine
Afterwards
in SmackDown.
when Nikki Cross fought fought Becky Lynch.
Yeah.
You hurt my friend.
It was just so obviously an angle because when somebody actually gets injured, they don't really show it, which is funny because when they're working an angle and they have to work an injury, it's so melodramatic. So I'm like, so when somebody actually gets injured, they're like floored.
Yeah,
they're not screaming, they're nothing. They're injured. They're just hurt. They're hurting really bad. So like that was like a real dead giveaway. And then on SmackDown, she's walking down. So I'm like, that angle is stupid. I'm like, that's classic Bliss angle. And then like I guess the whole injured thing gets Nikki all riled up, and then they started a whole match, and then before the match started, or even was decided that it was going to be a match, they went to a commercial break and came back, and it was a match. I'm like, oh, dope. So okay, I'm like, okay, so it's a Becky versus Nikki match now.
Becky won.
Becky did win.
So then Alexa pops up.
No, I'm just trying to like. What did you think of that match?
Becky
versus Nikki.
Becky versus Nikki. I think Nikki was better when she was playing the lunatic. When Nikki was crazy, like biting chain fences and saying, "Let's play, let me play," I think that was way better than what they're doing with Nikki right now.
Okay, I agree. But what did you think of the match?
The match was okay. It wasn't like I wasn't blown away by the match.
Okay, so we're on the same page.
Yeah, I wasn't blown away. It was good. It was like,
I feel bad because I love Becky Lynch and Nikki Cross, and like I just whatever they're giving Becky to work with, she can't be happy.
I don't know.
I just know she can't be happy working with what she's being given right now. She doesn't really have great competitors in the
That's
division.
true.
Like, where's the rest of the women's roster at? Like, what happened to them?
Who
Like,
knows?
do they even have a women's roster?
I don't know.
So, so yeah, Becky wins. Yeah, then Alexa starts beating up on Becky. Alexa and Nikki starts beating up on Becky Lynch, and then Nat comes out and puts Becky in a sharpshooter.
Which was weird because Natalya comes out and Nikki and Alexa are like, oh, let's get out of the ring. And they get out of the ring. And then that's when Natalya puts her in the sharpshooter. And Alexa was like, you could probably think Alexa was like, well, then why did we get out of the ring if she was just going to do that?
Then she cut a promo.
So the basis of her promo, the basis of this terrible promo was, I would challenge Becky to a submission match. My sharpshooter versus her disarmer. And I would extend my hand to her, and I'm going to extend my hand and offer her this. But even if she extends it extends her hand, I wouldn't accept the match. And then she leaves. What? What is she smoking? Maybe her and RVD get together and just I don't know.
It was stupid.
It was so bad. So bad.
Moving on. Then Maria backstage doing photo shoot, championship.
Because she's the champion. She told Mike Kanellis earlier in the night to get on the ground because you are not going to be a good 24/7 champion.
Even though it doesn't require much to be a good 24/7 champion.
Just hide,
hide, run away, be on Twitter.
Yeah.
That's it. That's it.
Yeah.
Which is funny because on Twitter after the episode, Mike Kanellis was taking pictures of it, whatever, and Mike Kanellis was taking pictures of Maria, I guess, sleeping with their child on their bed, and the 24 title's like right next to it. And it's like look, the 24/7 championship took my spot, whatever. it took my spot, and he's like, I'm feeling really conflicted right now because she's sleeping and the title's right there, and he's like, I don't know what to do. I'm like, you ain't got no ref there.
Just move the title, go to bed.
So it's like, it's stupid. I'm just like, oh my gosh, I'm like, this whole angle. I'm just like, Mike Kanellis have to be really comfortable to work this angle with his wife. This is a really weird angle to be putting on live television like that.
Yeah.
Into the crowd. So I don't know. Then Braun Strowman shows up.
Maria talks down to him like, you don't know what it's like to be pregnant. You probably don't have a kid. You're not a father, and stuff like that. And Braun just looks at her and goes, and that's it.
That was really it. That was the whole entirety of it. And then and then the commentator says something stupid about it.
Oh my god.
Then it was a Seth Rollins versus Dolph Ziggler.
Excuse me.
I laughed at this when Ziggler came out to Shawn Michaels music.
For a second, I thought HBK was coming out and going to be in Seth Rollins' corner.
I'm like, because they mentioned last week that they weren't gonna do anything with they weren't gonna do anything with Shawn Michaels. I'm like, so why floor him? Like, what was the purpose of that? Because Shawn Michaels was forced out of retirement for Crown Jewel. Then they've been using him for like a bunch of promo.
No, yeah, he was forced to retire because he lost the match to Undertaker years ago.
No.
His last match.
No, he retired because he couldn't wrestle anymore. Not because he had to.
It was career versus career match. No, it was career versus the streak.
Well then.
That's some thunder.
But that's I'm talking about real life. He retired. It was his time to retire.
Yeah.
You know, his back problems were just like bad. It was like it was time to retire. So the streak, the career thing, that was storyline purposes stuff. I'm talking about like he was forced out of his own retirement to come back and wrestle for people who apparently are like 20 years stuck in the past still. And like I think they've been wanting to do stuff with Shawn Michaels after the fact, and I don't know if he's been saying no or what. So I really don't understand, because when they announced, I think it was on Smackdown's episode where they announced that it was gonna be Ziggler versus Miz at SummerSlam.
Yeah, SummerSlam. Yeah.
And I'm just like, That makes no sense.
They had a rivalry a few years ago. I think that's the only reason why.
But he's switching music, Shawn Michaels. I would have expected a Dolph Ziggler versus Shawn Michaels match.
Yeah. I think that's what they're inching towards.
So, but I don't think they're gonna do it.
I don't know.
Because they already said last week that this is not. They weren't really gonna do anything with that storyline, and I'm just like, and then they do the whole Dolph Ziggler versus The Miz. I'm like, what does The Miz have anything to do with what's going on, other than what happened during the Miz TV show?
Mm-hmm.
Unless that's where they're gonna go with. Okay, but he wasn't the one who got laid out.
Right. That's true.
So I'm like, okay, whatever they do, I hope it pans out.
Mm-hmm.
But it was a good back and forth between Seth and Dolph.
They're very equal. They're very they're very equal.
Yeah. Seth wins by DQ.
Yep.
What did?
Because Brock Lesnar comes out and punches Seth Rollins.
That's right.
So, but destroys Seth Rollins.
Yeah.
Gives him a German suplex. Does an F5
on a chair.
Well, not just the chair. First, he did it on the outside ring post,
and then
the chair that's open, an open metal chair, and he does it 3 times. And after the 3rd time, what's his name? Paul Heyman runs up to him and he's like, "Brock, please stop, Brock, stop." And Seth Rollins is bleeding because when I think the last chair shot, the last F5, I think he chewed his cheek he started bleeding from his mouth, but he started actual coughing. So I think he was selling that he has internal injuries and coughing up the blood from his cheek.
It was just really a hella selling.
But here's the thing too, after the second one on the chair, the crowd started chanting, "One more time. One more time. One more time."
I didn't like this crowd. This crowd just does not come into.
Are they not behind Seth anymore?
I don't think anybody really like. Not necessarily not behind him, but it's just that nobody cares for another rivalry with Brock Lesnar.
That's true.
It's boring. They've done it 3 times already?
Between Seth Rollins
and Brock Lesnar? 3 times? The last time being Seth Rollins having had lost.
4 years in the making. Because there was when Seth was a heel at WrestleMania one year, it was Roman versus Brock for the title. And Seth had the Money in the Bank. And they were both laid out on the mat because it was a brutal match. And then he runs out. He
pins Roman Reigns.
No, he pins Brock.
I thought he pinned Roman.
No, he pinned. I don't know.
I thought it was Roman.
Well, he hit the curb stomp twice, and then he won the championship.
Oh, it was against Brock.
Yeah, I think it was against Brock.
No. When he first won it, right?
Yeah.
That was Roman.
Okay, so he did pin Roman. Mm-hmm. And then he pinned Brock, and then, so this is the 3rd time. We're going to have another match. So it goes to a commercial break. After the commercial break, they have Seth Rollins on a stretcher. They're bringing him into the back, and you see Becky Lynch in the corner, just watching.
Mm-hmm.
I tell you. Anyways.
I don't.
Anyways, but Roman Reigns comes up, and he's like, "Seth, are you okay?" And Seth is just sitting there coughing. And then the OC come out, and they start fighting with the Usos.
Mm-hmm.
And then,
no. Samoa Joe came up.
No, not yet.
No, are you sure?
No, not yet.
Are you sure?
I'm 100% sure. I'm 100% sure. Because then Roman Reigns goes up and sees...
Because what were the Usos doing there?
The OC, I don't know. They were just fighting with the OC. And then Roman Reigns comes up and sees that they're fighting with the OC, gives Luke Gallows an uppercut, and then that's when Samoa Joe comes out.
I don't know. I didn't even though that part of that whole promo was pretty cool, but I'm just like, what is going on? Was this like, because what I was thinking, my train of thought is, because this whole chain of events, I was thinking that that this was a setup done by Brock. Roman is gonna come see how Seth is doing or whatever and things like that. Because when the OC and the Usos were fighting, they were coming into the scene fighting.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
They were coming into the scene fighting.
Yeah.
And he's just like, what the hell? And he starts trying to help him out. And then Samoa Joe comes out.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, but I was thinking like this is a setup by Brock, but I was like, no, it doesn't make sense because I'm like, these two guys are fighting for no reason.
Yeah.
Other than probably because the Usos lost during their match or something crazy.
Yeah.
But I was like, okay, but I was thinking the entire time it was a setup done by Brock Lesnar so that he can get to Seth. Like, I'm still kind of thinking that, but I'm like, a lot of the stuff that happened just doesn't make sense for that to make sense. But yeah, then they try to leave in the ambulance with Seth in there, and then look, if you're ever driving an ambulance and somebody stops in front of you and tells you to stop, just to go proceed moving to the back, just keep going.
Wait till he's out of the way. Wait till he's to the side. He looks at the driver and he's like, "Don't you move!" And then once he was at the side, I would have gunned it.
Just leave. There's in no reality
no,
an ambulance would stop for somebody.
No.
Like that. No, never.
So he opens up the doors, throws Seth Rollins out, and then gives him another F5 on the metal
and then that was
stretcher.
And that was it. Just started going.
Started coughing up blood.
Like he was just overselling it.
5. That was 5 F5s. 5 F5s. My God.
He was just overselling it. Seth was overselling it. I'm pretty sure he was really hurting, but he was overselling a lot. I'm like, okay, we get it, Seth.
Yeah,
we get it.
That wasn't even the last part of it.
But this was supposed to be.
It was called the Samoan Summit, where it was Roman Reigns versus Samoa Joe. Since they're both Samoan.
Okay, so this was supposed to be a match, right?
Yes.
Because this is what I didn't understand. I'm like, okay, weren't we supposed to get a match? And then they come out fighting?
No, Joe goes to the ring and says, "I'm done. I don't want a match. I just want you to come out here, Roman, so I can finish beating your ass like I did in the back."
There was like, why?
Why?
Like, so I like this segment for the mere fact that everybody was just getting their ass destroyed until the end of the episode. But the premise of it all, how it all started, just makes no sense.
From the previous segment, right? Just before.
It's just because Samoa Joe just comes out of nowhere. I'm like, what? I'm like, okay, and then it leads to this, and I'm just like, but why do you want to beat his ass? There's no context. Because when was their last match? I don't think they even had a match together yet.
I think it was last week.
The Samoa Joe and Roman?
Yeah.
Wasn't that a tag team match?
No. I think it was just them. And then Roman won with the spear.
Okay. Is that really?
I think so. Double check us.
Yeah.
So it was Roman and Joe in the ring. They get to the announcer's table, and Drew comes out. Helps out Joe. Cedric Alexander comes out, and then the OC comes out, and then the Usos come out, and they're all out on by the announcer's desk or the commentary table, and they're just fighting.
Like, it was cool. It was all cool. It was just like, holy shit! Like, all the violence going on right now.
My favorite part is Cedric Alexander climbs on top of the LED board and then just does a splash, a crossbody onto everybody down below. Drew McIntyre grabs him, throws him into the ring.
Yeah, because as soon as Cedric came out, Drew come out and starts helping Joe.
Mm-hmm.
Probably just because of their
feud.
Drew's feud with Shane, along with Shane with
Shane McMahon,
with Roman. So I'm like, okay, so that's still a thing. So it was good. I just feel really conflicted about everything that happened that led up to this part. This is the first time I can honestly say about a segment in WWE where I don't know
how you felt.
No, where I don't know where any of this is going.
Gotcha. That's a good thing.
It
keeps you surprised.
It's a good thing. It's a good thing, but it's just like, but it's not like a good feeling. It's just like uncertainty. There's so much uncertainty. So I'm just like kind of like, so now I really have to wait until Monday's episode. I'm like, oh, man. So we'll see. But that what capped off the end of that episode.
So
I give it.
Well, we're gonna change. We changed the award or the awards, or like the stars, after every week. So how many Paul Heyman mullets would you give it? You remember when Paul Heyman had a mullet?
I tend not to remember those days.
During ECW?
No, I don't remember those days.
Anyways, Paul Heyman mullets, how many?
I'll be fair. I'd give it a 4 out of 5.
Yeah, I agree.
Because there was some interesting stuff that I liked, but there was still a lot of Vince McMahon influence in the show.
It was way better than Reunion. Reunion, we gave it he gave it a 0. I gave it a 1.
I didn't give it a 0. Did I give it a 0?
Yeah, I did give it a 0. Yeah, you did give it a 0.
Yeah, I gave it a 0. I did hear that Paul Heyman had a fight for a lot of the stuff in that episode.
Really? Well, he's a good fighter, so he's a good talker.
Vince was. It's just like, I'm telling you,
Vince is Vince. He's
that's stuck, good shit.
He's stuck to his ways.
This is good shit.
He's stuck to his ways.
I never want to talk to that man.
I was a little bored with this show. It was a lot of promos. I think there was like 2 good matches on there, but that's about it. The last part of it, It didn't get me.
We'll get to that.
No, that was trash.
Cause they're spinning that last part to end the episode. They've really been spinning that, but we'll get to that.
Yeah, it's bad.
So it opens with Shane on the Titantron saying that he's not gonna be a part of SmackDown tonight.
Everybody cheered.
Yeah.
This was a way different crowd.
No, the crowd was still kind of weird in this one.
Weird, yes, but they were more vocal.
Yeah, they were more vocal. I was a bit upset during the Trish promo. I'm like, how do you disrespect Trish Stratus like that? She
Yeah.
Unless I'm deaf, she didn't really get a pop.
Trish?
Mhm.
Yeah, I didn't hear a pop. I didn't hear a very loud pop. Like John Cena got with the reunion.
Whatever, man. That man. It's. I don't have a problem with John Cena. It's like I think the introduction of John Cena in WWE kind of skewed WWE, but that's just an opinion that I'll get into much later, if at all. But but the crowd was still kind of weird in this episode of SmackDown.
Mm-hmm.
So then after Shane does the whole Titantron thing, saying he's not going to be at SmackDown tonight, Kevin Owens comes out saying that he's like, we'll get through it.
Yeah.
I know we can. Shane is not going to be here tonight. A bunch of crazy stuff like that. I think that was funny. I'm just like, okay.
That was really funny.
It was funny because, like, as much as I liked Shane McMahon, I'm just like, man, this, like, the whole past couple of episodes have been about him. I'm like, okay, it's time to move on.
Yeah,
it's time to move on.
Mm-hmm.
Then Drew comes on the Titantron after like a couple minutes.
Did he come out on the trend? I think he came out.
Did he come out?
Yeah, I think.
I thought he was on. Oh yeah, he did come out.
Mm-hmm. He came out and he said, "By the way, you have a match tonight."
He was in the ring with him. He was in the ring with him. Yeah, I remember. So Drew comes out, whatever, starts talking a whole bunch of shit, and then I forgot what he said before he hit him, because I know he jacked him up, and then he said something about, oh, and we have a match right now, or something crazy like that.
Mm-hmm. I don't remember who won it. Like I said before, I watched it on DirecTV, and it crapped out. I have the DirecTV now.
Did it really crap out on you?
Yeah, it did.
It did?
Yeah.
Oh man.
So bear with us while we look.
I think no. I want to say, if I remember correctly, because my phone died, and so all my notes are gone for the time being. I think Kevin won. I hope Kevin won.
Give us 1 second. After the match, excuse the technical difficulties, but after this match, I got everything else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I really want to say Kevin won that, because I remember a lot of stuff happening. I don't know why it is. There, okay. So, yep, I told you. Owens won.
Okay, good.
Owens won that. I knew it was right, because I think it was like, he was going for the stunner at some point in the match, and I know Drew reversed it. Reversed the first one, but he caught him with a stunner on the announce table. That was really cool. that was sick. I really think that was sick. That whole match was pretty good.
Yeah.
For an opening match. So.
Yay, Smackdown.
We didn't really see. We didn't really see a lot of. We don't see a lot of Drew and Owens working together, and it's a damn shame.
It is. Drew is phenomenal. I love Drew. I think he's a great wrestler.
Yeah, he's a fantastic wrestler.
Mm-hmm.
Owens, even when he's not doing anything, he still makes it makes it worth it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So, like, every time he's on TV, it's like he's never really dull himself. Mm-hmm. So, I applaud him for working with what he's given.
Yeah, really good.
So, then we head off into Bayley versus Amber. Bayley is a tag team match, a women's tag team match with Bayley, Amber Moon versus Alexa Bliss. I think that was a backstage promo.
Mm-hmm.
Where, like, because Ember Moon jacked her up last week. She's like, look, don't think I didn't forget what you did last week. But tonight, let's just get through it. Let's beat Alexa and Nikki, or whatever. And like, kind of like telling Ember Moon that like don't forget. How you got this chance. Mm-hmm. I chose you, blah, 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 type of deal thing. Ember Moon didn't say anything. And I'm like, okay. Alright. Bayley won in the locker room that she was trying to get a cheap shot in from your cheap shot again since last week. Mm-hmm. That's what it was. So it was okay.
This I liked a lot. I liked a lot.
But
Charlotte Flair challenges Trish Stratus. You foresaw this. I did not foresee it. I foresaw it because I knew that something like that was going to happen. Because last week she said, my opponent for SummerSlam is going to be way better than Ember Moon. I knew a legend was coming back. I heard a rumor that Trish Stratus was, and I was happy.
I don't care for Charlotte Flair.
Okay.
But I'm glad that Trish Stratus is I'm glad that she's back, but how back is she? Like how much of a comeback is it really? Like, is it like for just the SummerSlam, or is she gonna keep wrestling? Like, what is she?
No, it's probably just gonna be a pop because it's her hometown.
So it's not. It's a waste of my time. Yeah. If she's not coming back for at least a couple more matches, not just kind of popping in and out, then it's just really a waste of my time. Mm-hmm. And I think everybody's time too. But that's my opinion on that whole match. And the return of Trish Stratus. Then it's Finn Balor versus Ziggy. I was upset about this.
Ziggy?
Dolph Ziggler. I was a bit upset about this. I like the build-up that's going on between Finn Balor and Bray Wyatt right now.
The Fiend.
It's like I said last week. It's this is the much needed attention that this storyline or this feud needed.
Mm-hmm.
That they didn't give during the last time that they were trying to do it. But I just hate watching Finn Balor lose.
That's true. Ziggler, for the first time,
way it happened.
Ziggler, for the first time in forever, won a match.
what did he do? He, like, it was just that the Funhouse thing came up. Came up or whatever. Like the whole stadium goes dark.
Yep.
The Firefly Funhouse thing pops up,
which is the best thing.
So I don't think anything. It was just the little hand puppet saying, it's like, oh, I don't think you that's not a wise choice, Finn Balor kind of deal thing. He's just telling Finn Balor, it's like, you kind of made a stupid choice.
Yeah.
Kind of deal thing to
yeah, it was so good. I loved it. I loved it.
And then, like, after that, Bray comes out looking for the hand puppet or whatever, because he was talking a lot of...
Yowie! Wowie!
he didn't even say it. Yeah, Bray Wyatt, he didn't even say it.
He said something like that.
No, he didn't. No, he didn't say it during that. He was just, like, looking for the dude, and then he just looks at the camera, and he's just like... he just starts laughing.
Hi, guys!
And then... No, he doesn't say anything. He doesn't say anything at all. He just because the puppet was talking or whatever, and he just like he's saying you shouldn't have challenged the Fiend or whatever, blah blah blah. Because it was weird, and then he just comes out looking for the puppet, and then he just like looks up at the camera, and he just starts nervous laughing, and then he gets like all serious, and then all you hear is "Let me in," and then it goes into the Fiend thing, and I'm like, and then the whole stadium goes black again. Lights come on, and then it's just Finn Balor just staring at this. He's like, "What the hell?
What's going on?"
And then I think Dolph got him with a zigzag? Yeah, it was a zigzag, and then that's how he won. I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like that he won like that, but or that Finn Balor lost like that.
Well, Ziggler's opportunistic.
Yeah.
Look at what happened last week. On Monday, when Brock comes out to beat up Seth Rollins, Dolph Ziggler holds him there.
He held him down.
He held his legs.
Yep, my God. Then was there like a commercial break or some kind of thing?
No, there's no promo after that.
No, there wasn't a promo right after. Okay, there was no promo. Then. So, Shinsuke versus Ali. I'm really liking Ali right now.
I'm really liking this.
I'm really liking Ali right now. But I don't know what they're trying to do with Shinsuke. Ever since the heel turn, it just hasn't. It's either. I'm pretty sure it's the content that they're writing for him was just not.
It's
good.
just not good.
It's not good, and then he's Intercontinental Champion, and usually they place a lot of emphasis on that championship title. But ever since Finn Balor got it, they haven't done anything really with it.
No.
As soon as Shinsuke got it, because he won it at a house show.
Yeah. Well, he pinned Finn Balor in a house show.
Yeah, that's what I just said.
Yeah, he didn't win it. It wasn't a championship match. He pinned him to become the number one contender.
At a dark? No, because he didn't win it on TV.
Yeah, he did.
Shinsuke did not win it on TV.
Yeah, he did.
No, he did not.
I'm pretty sure he did.
When?
Like 2 weeks ago. Because after that match, they had They had a match where it was an Intercontinental Championship, and I think he lost it at Smackdown.
No,
I don't know.
Because I saw that episode like 2 weeks ago.
We'll see.
No, look it up right now. There's no.
I'll do my research. And I'll edit it, and I'll put it right here. Who won?
No, don't. No.
I'll put it right here. Who won? We're moving on. So Ali won that match.
Ali won that match. That whatever they're doing with this Ali and Shinsuke, it was just really sloppy. It was sloppy. I didn't care for it at all. As much as I'm starting to like Ali.
I do like Ali. He's different. He's new.
I'm saying I like Ali. I'm starting to like Ali. I'm just saying that whatever that was, whatever they're doing, whatever story they're trying to tell, if there's a story at all, and what they're trying to do with Shinsuke, it's all sloppy. now, so I don't know what's going on there. They did a promo for this match.
Kofi versus AJ?
Yeah, Kofi versus AJ. I think, because I misunderstood, because when I saw this episode on Thursday when they released it on Hulu. I thought it was going to be a champions versus champions
match?
Tag team match. But it was a build-up. But that's a build-up to this for, I think, next week's episode.
Okay.
I'm not sure. I may be wrong. But I initially assumed that this was going to be a tag team match.
Mm-hmm.
But it wasn't. Which is okay with me. So I know before the match started, Kofi started talking about Randy and stuff like that. Their whole thing, like how Randy is the one, he's like, who Randy was the one who kind of like gave him the opportunity or something. Kind of like I was the one who was responsible for you to make it this far. Some crazy stuff that Randy Orton says that always makes sense for some reason. But just use your spill of what everybody says about Kofi. He's like,
you're a paper champion.
You're a paper champion. You're not worthy of being at the top. And blah blah blah. And he's like, he's not a true world champion. And things like that. But all that started, and then I really like this match. I love this match. Anything with Kofi and AJ, I get excited about.
It was really, really good.
And they put up a good match. Because not only... Because even though the OC helped AJ at the beginning a little bit to get the edge on him, dude, Kofi gave it to him, man. And I didn't know that this was a match I wanted to see at all. Kofi versus AJ.
It was really, really good. AJ,
and there was a lot of interferences. And I don't like that. I don't like interferences in matches. But it was a great showcase.
It was really, really good. AJ Styles goes to hit the phenomenal forearm, and Kofi catches him with the Trouble in Paradise. Phenomenal.
It was so great.
It was phenomenal.
Like I seriously did not know how much I really needed to see this match. But they bring out the best out of each other.
Yeah,
which surprised me. It's great. Just like how I don't think anybody's ever seen the Finn Balor versus AJ, if that was even a thing, until they did that match I think it was a year ago, a couple years ago, where AJ fought the Demon during, I think, the Survivor Series. That was you know, them being formerly Bullet Club leaders, one being the original and the other the second. It was great to see. Like, they bring out the best of each other, and I love seeing that chemistry with Kofi. So I'm excited to see what more they do. I hope they
continue to do matches together.
Yeah.
Because that would be phenomenal.
So
this is what I was talking about.
This was the last thing in this whole episode.
Talk about garbage.
So he was supposed to do an interview to see
Roman Reigns.
Roman Reigns was supposed to do an interview to announce who his opponent was for SummerSlam.
Yeah.
And I guess something happened.
I don't know if it was something or somebody.
I don't know, because that was all weird. The way it was played out, it was bizarre. It was like the most bizarre thing I've ever seen. Just the whole stage almost fell on him. Either it did fall on him, because when it happened, I was just kind of like, I looked away for a second and it just happened real quick, and I'm just like, whoa, what happened? But apparently he's fine. He made it out okay.
He was a little frazzled. And he didn't even announce. He didn't even challenge anybody. This what would you call it? This stage prop. This what would you call it? Like a lift? it falls on him, and he just walks away.
Mind you, WWE has a long history of using forklifts for a lot of their stuff back in the day.
It was so bad.
But I can't say that it was bad. It was just bizarre because nobody knows if it was like an actual accident.
Right.
Because it definitely looked like an accident. But I'm kind of having doubts about it because there was a lot of camera angles, man.
Yeah.
There was a lot of camera angles. But a lot of people are saying that it was probably like a setup from his next opponent. But
Lars Sullivan.
He should have stayed in NXT. They're not doing anything with him.
No. I think he's injured.
Yeah, he is, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I honestly don't really care for Lars Sullivan. He's a great wrestler, but big man wrestling, it's not my thing.
No.
I don't care for it.
So
that was weird, but a lot of people are thinking that it's like this is a setup for his opponent or his feud or whatever. But everybody keeps thinking this probably is just gonna be the same set of freaking people over and over again. Which I'm kind of worried. I'm like, if this isn't anybody new, a new rivalry or something. So I know Sheamus is supposed to be coming back soon. I don't know what he's doing. But if this might be a rivalry with Sheamus, I'm a little interested in that. Maybe, depending on what it is.
Mm-hmm.
But
I don't think Sheamus would stoop to that level.
Sheamus can do a lot of stuff, man.
That's true.
But yeah, this was confusing for me too.
Yeah, I agree.
Just delaying the announcement.
Mm-hmm. I guess we'll find out next week. Maybe.
I don't know.
So, what did you think of Smackdown? How many Paul Heyman mullets would you give it?
I don't think give it a 3. It wasn't. There was only.
It wasn't like.
No. I'm gonna give it a 3.5. 3.5.
I'll go with a 3.
It felt like this was more raw than anything. Cause Vince had a lot of say in this episode too. Last minute, SmackDown had a lot of last minute changes, and it was all Vince. From what I was reading and things like that before I watched the episode, so I was a little worried going into the episode. Although Eric Bischoff is a little weird too, but he's still kind of just learning, kind of going through the works right now.
Mm-hmm.
So, but this was really weird.
Yeah. So Raw won this week.
Raw won this week, surprisingly.
Already.
It's usually just SmackDown, but like I don't. The changes going on right now is so unnatural in WWE. Like, there's a couple wrestlers missing that I have no idea what's going on with them. Sasha Banks, but last time I saw Sasha Banks was on Twitter. She was training up in Japan.
Yeah, the last time as WWE Universe saw her was at WrestleMania when she lost to the Iconics.
Her and Sasha.
Yeah.
No, her and Bayley.
Bayley and Sasha.
Bayley and Sasha. Yeah, that was the last. She was out. I think she was on break or something. I think she was like on a little break.
Yeah, but this is a lot longer than a little. Because that was in April.
Yeah. Was there anything?
It was 4 months.
Yeah, she's been gone for a while. But that's normal though. Some people stay out longer than that.
But then she dyed. She dyed her hair brown. She's been posting on like Instagram how she's a butterfly and she wants to spread her wings and fly. So I really think that she's done with WWE.
Maybe. I also did hear that there were some contract issues. I don't know if that's true or not.
And she's also said on Twitter that she has been watching AEW. because like last week, no, 2 weeks ago during Fyter Fest. No, I'm sorry, Fight for the Fallen.
Mm-hmm.
Amazing Con comes out, and she tweets, "Amazing Con, oh my gosh, that's so cool." So I really think that she wants to go to AEW, which I am game for. That would be phenomenal.
I don't know. Sasha's just up in the air for me. Speaking of AEW, though, they announced this week a AEW Women's Championship title match.
Really?
The first episode
of AEW Weekly.
Of their
Interesting. I did not catch that.
That's why you should be on Twitter, bro.
That's true. I don't have a Twitter.
But yeah,
but Figure4Arcade has a Twitter. Go follow it at Figure4A.
Shameless
at Twitter.
plug. Shameless plug.
Twitter at Figure4A.
There's yeah. So the first episode, they're gonna crown their first women's champion.
That's awesome.
Some other stuff's going on in the first episode, but they've been pushing this whole first episode thing. So I'm kind of expecting a lot of things now.
I am so excited. I am so excited for AEW.
All Out is gonna be another great opportunity for stuff. What else? I know there was some rumors and stuff that I had on my notes, but because my phone died, I can't get to. So I'll probably just cover that at a later point. Before then, there's a lot of talk between. One thing I do want to point out, a lot of CM Punk talk again. But it's not good talk. It's not good talk.
CM Punk might go to AEW.
It's not even a might. He hasn't even said maybe. He hasn't. He's just. He's still in the neutral area right now.
He's going to StarCast.
Yeah, he's always at those things. Always. He still has a fan base.
Excuse me.
He still has a fan base. So like it's like I wouldn't see why he wouldn't do it unless fans pissed him off.
Mm-hmm.
Which they normally do. But like I think the conversation was like some people at people at AEW don't like how he's been doing business or whatever with them.
Okay.
Not like they were doing business. Like Cody said that like. No, CM Punk says that he doesn't like how they do business.
Yeah, because they offered him a job at AEW to wrestle through a text. They didn't meet. Yeah, they didn't meet.
But Cody cleared up. He's like, no, I think that was probably. I honestly believe anything Cody says at this point because I don't think he's really lied about anything.
No, I don't think so.
Unless it was for the promotion or anything like that. But he said it was probably just some misunderstanding or something probably a misunderstanding from CM Punk's side. He wasn't really offering contract deals through text. It was just saying, hey man, you have a whole lot of fans that want to see you back in wrestling. We want to see you back in wrestling. We're hoping you whatever, kind of, just kind of like
trying to push him towards come back home. You love to wrestle. You know how to wrestle. And you're damn good at it.
Yeah, kind of things, and then then just kind of that deal, and and like pretty much is revealed that CM Punk doesn't hate WWE anymore, like, which is good. He said that's all behind him now. I mean, because you don't want to keep holding grudges.
You don't want to hold on to it.
What happened. But like, honestly, they also said like they honestly feel like CM Punk is gonna go back to WWE if he were to come back to wrestling, which is kind of weird. I'm just like, because it's kind of true, because he doesn't hate WWE.
Right.
He doesn't. He hates the people running.
Right. I don't think he's gonna go to WWE again.
I really don't think so either. But like, honestly, think he would. I really think he would.
I don't know.
But
only time will tell.
Time will tell. But yeah. Then other than that, that's a whole thing. I know.
Any gaming stuff you want to bring up? So there wasn't a lot of news this week
for gaming. So I know 2K finally announced, or finally showed it. I was a little bit worried too. And I'm like, oh, is 2K not releasing a WWE game this year or something? Because they normally don't take this long. They usually announce like in June or something with like 2 screenshots. But they actually released 2 screenshots a couple of days ago. Actually, yesterday. I think it was yesterday. I think it was yesterday or 2 days ago. A couple screenshots, just 2, and they're gonna announce. They're gonna release more gameplay. They're gonna release gameplay info. I think a trailer. They're gonna drop who's gonna be the cover, on the 5th. So it's gonna be more news than they've given out than they usually do when they announce.
So on Monday.
Game. So yeah, on Monday we're gonna get all that news. But this is 2K, so their gameplay or info is probably gonna be to like, oh, we can't say much, even though they're like literally, it's August, and their game usually comes out in October. So we'll see what happens on Monday, on the 5th. So if you really like playing the WWE games, despite how the games have been, you might want to keep an eye out for that. I know Fire Emblem 3 Houses came out. I have not been able to get that yet because every store is sold out. I literally went today to go pick up after I got my hair cut to go see if they even had it at the GameStop next door. They
didn't have it.
Walmart doesn't even have it. Target doesn't even have it. Best Buy doesn't have it.
Dear God.
Nobody has it.
I've been playing Final Fantasy VII.
It's too long. You're waiting too long for that.
Yeah.
You waited too long for that.
It's been a long time since I played it. But I'm playing the old version, like from the PlayStation. And then, talk about nostalgia. Twisted Metal.
What about Twisted Metal?
I want to play it so bad.
I would not touch that game with a 10-foot pole.
Oh my gosh, it's nostalgic. It's nostalgic. That's the only reason why.
I've tried to go back and play that game. I'm not good.
I still remember up, down, down. Oh no, up, down, left, right, left, down, up. And then you hit. That's for invincibility. You hit your guns, right? You hold your gun button, which was right, trigger right 2, and then you do up, down, left, right, left, down, up, and then you had like super powerful guns. I remember where every single code was in that game.
I think my only problem with Twisted Metal was I didn't understand that game.
I didn't want to understand it. I just had a lot of fun playing it.
I didn't understand the point of the game.
And somebody is into Magic, aren't they?
That's not video games. So.
No, it's not. But they're coming out with a new pack, right?
They are. That's not video games.
Still, I mean, it's still entertainment. It's still board games. It's still fun.
It's not video games.
Arena is.
Arena is a That's a different story. But we're not getting into that. We're not getting into the Magic talk right now. I don't know. Because that's just like a whole nother hour. No, I'm good.
Okay.
But
any other news?
But I know. So Evo is happening today. Is started today. Evolution in Las Vegas. So a couple of days ago, Capcom had a surprise, whatever, for everybody at the end of Evo, which the last day is on Sunday. They were supposed to announce. They had an announcement. Nobody knew what it was for. Everybody was just assuming it's probably just Street Fighter V stuff. Everybody was hoping for either more Vampire Savior please, Capcom, please, Jesus, or it could have been another Marvel vs. Capcom. Please, Capcom, don't. But
what was it?
I'm just saying that Capcom just needs to get with the program.
Mm-hmm.
But everybody thinks it was either Steam or it was Capcom who did it. I believe Capcom did it because they pushed they pushed the button on that one. They leaked their announcement online through Steam.
Oh, really?
Through their Steam page.
Oh, wow.
And it's just 3 characters, by the way, that I'm actually looking forward to. E Honda, my man, Lucia from Final Fight, and
wait. So what did they release?
They leaked
a trailer, or like
they leaked DLC character information for the next characters coming out
for Street Fighter.
For Street Fighter V.
Got it.
So
Okay,
yeah, E Honda,
okay.
Lucia from Final Fight, and Poison from Final Fight as well. So a couple of characters I'm really interested in trying out because I fell out like everybody else in the fighting game community from Street Fighter V.
Mm-hmm.
I play Tekken 7.
When we went to CEO, that's what I did. I love watching people play.
So, but they leaked all that, so it was like I was laughing about it because I'm just like, I mean, it's gonna happen. It was bound to happen with all the hype that's been going on right now.
Mm-hmm.
People are expecting. We're expecting an announcement for Marvel vs. Capcom, for a new Marvel vs. Capcom, or just some new fighting game that's not Street Fighter out of Capcom, because Capcom does have like a wide library of games. Like their golden era of video gaming was around the 90s, like late 90s to like early new millennium.
Yeah, absolutely.
2000.
Yeah,
and it was just like a bunch of great stuff.
I remember playing that as a kid.
Yeah, it's so. And they just been so focused on Street Fighter. I'm like, I get it. I love Street Fighter. But, like, you guys have other games. You got Cyberbots, man. Where's that at? What are you guys going to do with... Like, you guys have just a bunch of other games to make.
You don't want to put all your eggs in one basket. And that's what they're doing.
So, yeah. But they leaked that information. And it's just funny. So, now they don't really have an announcement. The thing that's going on right now is that probably wasn't the real announcement. That they have something else.
That's a good idea.
So, everybody's like, oh, they're probably playing us. Which I'm kind of starting to think, too. I'm kind of keeping hope that there is another announcement, that this wasn't really it. Even though these 3 characters that they announced that were leaked are awesome, I'm just like, I really hope this isn't it. You know, because now you're just like, it's just more money. You're paying more money.
Yeah.
And like, when they announced Kage or Evil Ryu, whatever the hell, they didn't really announce a Season 4 for Street Fighter V. So we don't... Everybody's kind of like, what's going on with this season? Because this season is pretty weird. There's no new balance updates, nothing like that. So it's just kind of like, so they probably have something else up their sleeves.
Only time will tell.
So gotta wait till Sunday.
Yep.
But yeah, there hasn't really been anything else in news, radio gaming, other than Death Stranding. I think 3 more months. We got September, October, November.
Mm-hmm.
November. I'm still trying to find a collector's edition to buy. I really want that baby tank. I want to have that baby tank and just kind of leave it on the table, just to
stare at it
and turn the light on it, so people can be like, "Why do you have a baby in a container?" It's like, it's a nice conversational piece.
They did patch Doom. That's another thing.
Which the Doom that came out on the Switch, Doom 1, 2, and 3 on the Switch. They're funny.
Yeah.
Bethesda's funny. I don't know, man. I was talking to the guys on my group chat. About games. We just talking about how they about adding characters into Marvel versus Capcom and stuff like that. I did bring up that I really want to give Doom 2016, I think it was, the new Doom that came out a while ago. I do want to give it a second shot because I'm not a big Doom fan.
I am.
But I do enjoy playing the games.
That was like the very first PC game I've played. It was Doom, and it was Serious Sam. Serious Sam I loved because I couldn't. I beat the game, but it took me a while because I was in tears because I was laughing so hard. The people that run at you with the bombs in their hands, you could hear them from a distance. So you'll hear like until they're on top of you, and you're like, where are they coming from? I know they're here somewhere. Yeah, absolutely love that game. So funny. Laughed so hard.
I remember Serious Sam. Not my kind of games. They're not my kind of games. I'm very like old school games. Like I love a lot of the games from the 90s that were coming out. A lot of the PlayStation games and stuff like that. So I know Smash Brothers Ultimate released a new DLC character, Hero from Dragon Quest.
Oh.
So this guy. I've been trying him out. I finally got him, and I've been keeping an eye on Twitter about this. So apparently he has a move that can kill at 0%.
What? That is broken.
It's not broken, and it's valid because it's randomized.
What? How is it? What? How is it randomized?
It's
interesting.
The move is randomized through like RNG. It's just RNG. Just to make it fair. Because it's cool because like you're in the middle of a match, whatever, you guys going at it, whatever, you down on like 1 life each, and you're at 0%, and if you get hit with this move, there's a chance that you just done. And it makes it exciting, and it's like I don't see the problem in it because it's randomized. So you have the chance to avoid it. You can avoid it. It's not unavoidable.
Right.
You can avoid it. It's just that when you get hit with it, you're done.
See,
so like it's completely randomized. It's like you have to pray to the RNG gods that the insta kill comes out.
See, my OG was Seamus. Seamus? Samus. I have Seamus on my mind.
Samus from Metro?
Yeah.
What about him?
That was my OG. That was my OG. That's the one who I always played with.
That's your OG? Oh, your OG character?
Yeah.
Oh, no, I still play in Cineroar like a scrub. I still play in Cineroar. like he's my main in Smash Brothers right now. He's fun. I just like him. I just like his moveset.
Mm-hmm.
He's fun. But no, Hero's an interesting character. I've been online, a lot of interesting. It's nothing but people playing Hero online right now.
Oh, I bet.
So I'm kind of just waiting until it dies down.
Well, it's like Apex, and when a new legend comes out with that, everybody buys the new legend and then plays with it.
I didn't buy.
She's okay. Watson's okay. Watson's
I was having fun. I was having fun with Apex until they brought in the whole pass thing.
Yeah. And I don't buy the pass.
Like the passes,
you can get the pass, but you get more boxes.
Like it's all right. It's just the act of having to spend another $25 for a pass.
It's only $9.99.
What?
It's only $10.
It's only $10.
Yeah.
I remember paying like $20 last time for the first one.
No,
it's only $10.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh no, that was for Arena. Yeah.
That was for Magic the Gathering Arena. So
I got confused.
So Watson's good. My OG is Bangalore, and after Bangalore, I played as Caustic.
I really don't have a favorite in Apex. I just play whatever I want to play.
Those two are my favorite.
I mostly play Bangalore because of her smoke
screen. Yeah, I like Bangalore.
Other than that, but I haven't really been. I did get Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3.
Nice.
Blackwater. It's
nice.
Pretty fun. It's pretty fun.
That's awesome.
Pretty fun. She can probably get once I figure out how to stream that, how to stream from the Switch.
Yeah. Yeah, we can start streaming it here.
Start streaming that.
Go on Twitch.
It's pretty
do
fun.
it on
like
Twitch.
have like a group of people, whatever, just 4 players.
Yeah, absolutely.
Couch multiplayer like the good old days.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty fun. I haven't beaten it yet, but I'm just slowly getting through it, unlocking characters.
Yeah.
I'm only slowly getting through it because they said they're gonna have Cyclops and Colossus for DLC for free. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna wait for that because I really want to play with Cyclops and Colossus. Because my team right now is Nightcrawler.
Awesome.
I have Nightcrawler, Psylocke. I think I have Daredevil in there. I don't know. I think I changed it for somebody else. Ghost Rider and Spider-Man.
Is Bishop in there?
No. I don't know what their DLC lineup is looking like. I know what their Marvel Knights DLC is looking like, and that's going to be the first thing to release.
Favorite Marvel character right here. My favorite X-Men right here, Bishop.
I don't know what their X-Men lineup for DLC is looking like. I hope it's I hope it's promising. Because they shot up the freaking OG X-Men title card thing on there, and I'm like, that's old X-Men, and I like seeing that. So my favorite X-Men of all time is 90s X-Men. Anything like is 90s X-Men and before. But I don't know. It's a fun game. It's pretty fun.
Yeah, I liked it when I played the first one.
So Call of Duty, the new Modern Warfare. I didn't get to check out the stream for it, but I did read like the posts that that PlayStation put up on their blog thing, whatever. I am intrigued that there's
like the campaign looks good.
No, I'm not worried about the campaign. I'm pretty sure the campaign is going to be pretty tight. It's the multiplayer aspect of it.
See, I liked Call of Duty starting off, but after a while, you had people like 360 spinning, no scoping you, and it's like, come on, I just want to play the game.
I don't know how Modern Warfare is going, but I just like that there's no DLC, no season pass. There's no season passes, so like all the DLC we'll be getting is free, no matter what.
That's nice.
Free all map download, all map DLC and things like that is free. There's more emphasis on weapon customization. You can do crazy stuff now.
Okay, that's pretty.
So
dope.
like, if you want a sniper scope on a shotgun, you fucking can.
That's pretty dope.
So I don't know why you would do that. Why you would put a scope on a shotgun, but a sniper scope on a shotgun.
Yeah, why not?
But you can't. It's just like it's very in depth. It's very boots to ground. It'll feel like modern. It'll feel like because the last good Call of Duty I played was Modern Warfare 2.
I still have it.
And they've taken a lot of steps to improve. There's cosmetics and stuff, but I don't think they went into detail. But that's earnable through in-game and stuff like that. So you unlock stuff through playing multiplayer and stuff like that. But the things I've seen and I read on is I'm actually excited to play a Call of Duty game. I don't like first person video games. Just depends on what it is.
Okay.
If it's immersive, I will get into it. If it's not, it's just a bunch of crap, like Call of Duty. Like if it's just a bunch of FPS crap, then I'm just like I don't care for it. That's which is like the problem now too for Wolfenstein.
Wolfenstein, yeah.
What's the new one? Youngblood,
Youngblood.
It's I was gonna get it because I actually like the last two games, but
I played the first one.
Yeah, the first and second one were pretty alright. This third one is just garbage.
Kind of like Mass Effect.
I'm just like normally I play games to make my own opinions out of it, but like it was more on this like the not reviews, but like what people have been saying about it is just like really like it's clearly garbage right now, and I don't want to do that to myself. So like if you're gonna waste time playing something you want to play.
Absolutely.
Don't waste time playing something you don't want to play at all.
Absolutely.
So I think there's some Persona 5 stuff, Persona 5 the Royal stuff, but I'll get to that probably next week because I just saw it today and I'm kind of still building.
You gotta read some more about it.
Yeah, I'm reading some more about it, about the new features and stuff like that. But
absolutely.
I'm still not happy at the fact that us Westerners have to wait until next year to play it because this game is coming out in October.
In Japan.
So, like...
A friend of mine lives in Japan.
Yeah, everybody keeps telling me that.
I can send him some money, pay for it, and then ship it down here.
I still won't be able to understand it.
Because it's in Japanese.
If they had, like, English subtitles, I wouldn't mind. Like, if they had, like, an English option, just leave... And then I'd be down.
Should we risk it for the biscuit and see what happens?
No.
No. Alrighty.
But like I think there's nothing else really going on. I haven't really been playing anything else. I've just been I've kind of been floating between games right now. I've been playing a lot of old school games. I'm thinking Craig got his Wii U back from his house, so I'm thinking of pulling it out and going and getting Metal Gear Solid Twin Snakes. I've been having an urge to play Metal Gear Solid Twin Snakes.
Nice.
And Metal Gear Solid 2 and 3.
Nice.
So I'm thinking I'm gonna revisit those games for a 10th time, or probably more than that. I've played those games a lot. Yeah.
Like I said, I've been playing Final Fantasy VII.
How do you liking it?
The music, the movements. It's just because I'm a huge fan of nostalgia. How you be a fan? Huh?
How you be a fan of nostalgia?
Because it's like you have so many good memories of like the games,
Right.
or like where you were in your life when you played it. So like for example, we went Florida down here. We have MegaCon. Went to MegaCon in May, and I was looking for something nostalgic, and I found a Game Boy Color, and I got Pokemon Fire Red, and I beat the game in 20 hours.
You beat that game. You probably beat it faster than that.
Maybe.
No, you can.
Oh yeah, I know. But see, I like to take my time and actually like level up my Pokemon, not using the rare candy glitch.
That's not how I beat it.
You use the rare candy glitch?
No, I'm saying that's not how I beat it.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. I didn't beat it that way.
No.
So I got my team up to level 50, like 50, 60, and then I beat the game with that. So I'm a huge fan of like getting something nostalgic. So like the Final Fantasy VII is gorgeous.
It's good. It's
gorgeous.
Good.
Gorgeous.
It's good, man. Like there's a reason why I'm a big fan of Final Fantasy VII. It's probably like it's one of my first video games, and like my first introduction into Final Fantasy. I actually started with Final Fantasy and then went back to go back up. Not like kind of like I went back and played a bunch of the old games, but I still kept, I was like I played 7, then I'm like okay cool, then I there was more. I played 1, 2. I hated that. 3, 4. I really loved 4. I really loved 6. A lot of people shit on 8, even though 8 is still a fun game.
Yeah. I liked 7, 9, and 10.
Everybody loves 9. It's a given. Everybody loves 9. Even I love 9, and I'm not a big fan of 9, but I love 9.
Mm-hmm.
10 just has a very special place in everybody's heart. So it's always gonna be a great.
Mm-hmm. It was really good.
But where are you in Final Fantasy VII?
I just started it.
Oh, you just started? So you're... Are you in the first bombing mission still?
Nah, yeah.
Yeah, in the first bombing mission?
I'm like in the very, very beginning. Like I just started.
So you haven't even started fighting Guard Scorpion?
Nope. Wow. Like I started it and I was listening to the entrance music, and then I just sat here and just listened to the entrance music for about 5-10 minutes, and then I was like, oh damn, I still have schoolwork to do, and then I did schoolwork.
Like that's all you need to hear is that Shinra theme.
Yeah, I loved it. So nostalgic.
So it's such a good game, dude. I can't wait for a remake.
Oh, I'm so excited.
It's so ready.
So excited.
Guys, remake. $300 for the CE.
Should we live stream some of the gameplay?
Oh no, I'm not live streaming that. If I'm gonna live stream it, I'm gonna do it after I beat part 1.
Why?
Cause that's for me.
Cause you're gonna fangirl over it?
Yes, the first playthrough. No, I'm not talking to anybody. I'm not talking to anybody.
Let me have my piss bucket. Let me have some snacks, and then that's it.
Nobody's gonna see me. I'm like literally like I'm not streaming it on my first playthrough. My first playthrough is gonna be me.
But after that.
After that, yeah.
Okay.
But that's me to take in. That's for me to enjoy. I honestly believe that nobody should stream it when they first play it, even though that's not gonna happen.
Right.
I just honestly believe like if you're really a fan of this game, enjoy it first. I'm saying enjoy it first. Enjoy it for yourself first, and then stream a second playthrough if you really feel like a second playthrough is required. I'm pretty sure it will be, because
I will be doing a series for Jedi: The Fallen Order.
That's on you, buddy. I'm not.
I'm putting it out there now.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like that's on you. I don't want to give EA any coverage, but if that's what you want to do, by all means.
That's what we're gonna do.
You give your money to corporate greed. I'm being serious.
We'll talk about EA another day, because that's gonna be a long segment.
Yeah, it's corporate greed at its finest. How freaking loot boxes isn't gambling. It's bye.
See you in the next video.